Tattoos. Endorsed and sponsored by Walt Disney Animated Studios. Moana in theaters now. Tattoos. Welcome to MaffmanJones Movie Reviews. I'm your host, John Maffio, and today's featured movie is Moana. It's the latest movie in the line of animated movies that have come out in the last few years, including Frozen, Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph. She's a young lady who was born to be the chief of a town on this giant island where they all live, but they're all safe on this island, and they stay on the island. They all have a good thing going on this island, and they don't scavenge for food anywhere besides the island. They can't go beyond the reef. But there's something inside Moana that makes her want to explore and go further out beyond her reach. But her father doesn't let her do that. She wants to go, but she can't because her father says no. But when the existence of this island is threatened, she has no choice but to go out and find this god, this demigod named Maui, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who can restore life and faith on this island so that this village could live freely. For the most part, Disney has a great track record, and they got great voice talent. They got a great original songwriter in Lin-Manuel Miranda, who did Hamilton. This guy's gonna have a job forever now. But going into it, I was excited, but leaving it, I really, really enjoyed Moana. It's a really sweet, wonderful tale about a young girl who explores and just goes beyond what her capabilities are. This movie does have a really good lesson in showing Moana, this young lady, this young woman to be, who she's meant to be, but her taking her own journey. The important part of this journey is that she, Moana, is the one making life choices, making decisions in order to get to this point in her life where she understands who she is. And that's really nice for kids to understand, that it's up to you as a person to figure out who you are and who you want to be. Also, the actress who played Moana, it's her first movie role ever, and kind of like Daisy Ridley playing Rey in Force Awakens, this young girl took a role of a lifetime, and it could be a daunting task, I can imagine, but she did amazing with her voice work as Moana, and I can't wait to see what she does next as an actress if she decides to keep pursuing that field. Behind this really sweet message and lesson that this movie is built upon lies a really magnificently beautiful movie. My God, Disney always finds a way to take its surface level visuals and make it even more beautiful than it has to be. The ocean looked and felt so palpable on screen. For an animated movie, it looked so real. As cartoony and as outlandish as the animation can get at moments, because of the subject nature, demigods and things shape-shifting and underwater aspects, it gets really interesting with the water. But then there's also a nice blend of 2D animation too, whether it was on a computer and actual sketch. Like, for example, Maui's tattoos that move. Sometimes when there's musical numbers, there'll be like 2D animations of some things. There's a nice blend of 3D animation with 2D type animation and a bunch of other animations that come together to make a very vibrant and beautiful movie. Watching it the first time, the music from Moana seemed to be a little more jarring at first, but then I got used to it. I always have a hard time sometimes getting used to like the music when it comes into play, and they even poke fun at it. They're like, "Oh, you're not gonna sing a song now, are you?" And a couple moments which I really thought was really funny. But as the movie went on, I got more and more used to the music. The music overall, from hearing it, definitely plays into the visuals and the themes of the story, and I loved that a lot. There are a couple really catchy tunes. There's one that I thought was gimmicky at first when I heard about it on Instagram from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's called "You're Welcome," but the more I think about it, the more I like it. I can't get it out of my head. It's also music that I could hear myself listening to while I'm on a tropical island. But it makes sense, right? Because Moana kind of basically lives on a tropical island. Going into the storytelling and the direction of Moana, I really like how these Disney movies lately are evolving past the idea that they have to have a romance and a really, really main central antagonist. They don't have either of those. The biggest relationship in this movie is between her and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's demigod Maui character. And that's a friendship, and it's a friendship that bonds naturally and organically throughout the course of the movie, and it builds and builds to the point where you really feel the emotion between those characters. No romance needed, and then the villain of the movie is not really a villain, so to speak. It's part of the story and the mythology and the lore of the people of which Moana lives with. The way that the issues of this antagonist are resolved was at first jarring, but then as the scene played out, it was a very, very sincere and genuine way of resolving the story from Moana, and the more I think about it, the more I just really enjoyed the story as a whole. It's not over the top like Disney movies used to be, where you have, again, where you have this big villain and a romance, and you have to, she has to fall in love, and she has to kill or defeat this crazy, maniacal villain. Nuh-uh. This is a story about Moana finding out who she is and going on this personal, dangerous journey that involves some things physically that are dangerous, but ultimately are part of a bigger story. And I find it a very mature choice for Disney and the filmmakers at hand for Moana to do what they did with the story for this movie. It's a solid entry into the library for Disney's very vast library of movies, and you really can't go wrong with this. It's great for families, kids, adults, everybody. You'll all find something to enjoy from this movie. It's visually outstanding. The story is really compelling, and it's told in a beautiful way. This movie is very fitting for Thanksgiving, so when you get the chance, see this movie, no matter who you are. I'm going to give Moana a 4 out of 5 stars. It's a darn good movie. Now I want to know from you guys, what did you think of Moana? Let me know in the comments down below. If you've seen the movie, what's your favorite song? I think mine's You're Welcome. Just wanted to say, hey, you're welcome. If you enjoyed this review, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the rest of my social medias, as well as my other videos down below. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I'll see you guys next time.